Let's talk about Spurgeon and the Lord's Supper.
Oh,
A lot to be admired, a lot of interesting stuff, and maybe one of the areas of critique that you might have for Spurgeon's ministry. Tell us about what the Lord's Supper was like at the Metropolitan Tabernacle.
yeah. They celebrated the Lord's Supper initially once a month. It was a big deal. It was early on in his ministry when there were a lot of visitors coming. There were always a lot of visitors coming. So from very early on, they had to think about how do we properly fence the table. There was a members meeting where some members raised the concern that there were some unworthy people coming to the table. So the deacons at that time needed to address that. Eventually, they would implement a system of tickets where members would have tickets that would identify them as members of the church so that they could partake of the Lord's Supper. Visitors could partake also, but they would have to come during the week to interview with an elder, kind of like a membership interview, where they would share their testimony, share about where they're coming from, where they were members at in terms of other churches. And if all was well, then they would be also given tickets to partake of the Lord's Supper.
But no ticket.
But no ticket, no
supper.
admission. Yeah, that's right. So that was just the best system they could come up with of fencing the table when there were so many people there, like thousands of people there.